So you're looking to set up a Phantom wallet right now, and that is a great idea because it is one of the most popular wallets in cryptocurrency right now, especially with Solana blowing up. I'm Brett at CryptoGX, and in this video, I'm going to walk you through step by step how to set up a Phantom wallet, the things that you might be able to do with it, and how to keep safe because this is a hot wallet and you don't want your crypto to be lost. So let's get into it. So first, you're going to open up on your phone the app store that you currently have. We're going to use the Apple App Store, but it works pretty much the same on the Google Play Store if you want to be using that. So first, we're going to type in Phantom wallet right here on the top. I had previously downloaded it, but you're going to click the get icon here, and then it'll make you approve it and then start downloading. Once it's done downloading, click the open button and it'll open up the Phantom Wallet app. And this is the first screen that you're going to see. It'll say, welcome to Phantom. You're going to click I agree to the terms of service. And obviously you're going to want to read them first. And then you'll click create new wallet. Now you have the option here to continue with an email backed up wallet or a seed phrase wallet. I recommend the seed phrase wallet because that's how you can be the most secure. So I'll click continue with seed phrase, and I'm going to absolutely be protecting it with Face ID. It's going to make it a lot simpler to open, as well as not being able to be opened just with a passcode or a PIN. It's going to need your face, so you're going to have to be the one to be opening the wallet. So I'll click allow there. It'll give me a little tester of Face ID to verify. Then I'll click next. So once you click next, it's going to show you your recovery phrase. This is the most important thing of this entire video. You're going to absolutely want to write this phrase down in the correct order on a piece of paper and keep that somewhere incredibly safe. This needs to be somewhere that's safe from prying eyes, somewhere safe from fire. Ideally, if you get a lockbox that is fire resistant, just in case, there's an accident that happens. This phrase is going to be the only thing that will give you access to your crypto wallet if you, let's say, lose your phone. You can use this phrase to log back into Phantom on any other device using your recovery phrase. And if somebody else gets access to it, then they have access to your account. It cannot be changed. It cannot be recovered. So you need to write this down and keep it somewhere safe, and ideally somewhere that's not in the cloud, somewhere that's not on a device in a Notes app where somebody else can gain access to it. It needs to be completely private so that it can be, completely secure. So once you've saved your recovery phrase, I'm going to go ahead and click OK. I've saved it somewhere. Then it'll ask you written the recovery phrase down. Without the recovery phrase, you will not be able to access your key or any assets associated with it. So it's very good at reminding you that this is a very, very important thing to have written down. So we're going to click yes. And now it's going to have you create a username. So I'm going to take off this pre-generated username and I'm going to put in CryptoGX Brett. There you go. And once you have a username that's unique and available, just like any other social media platform, you can click continue. It'll give you a nice little animation as it's loading and creating your wallet. And then boom, you're all ready. You can fully enjoy your wallet. So let's get started and kind of go through the things that you can do with your new Phantom wallet. First, it'll ask you if you like notifications. I'm going to click yes, just in case. And then it'll use your Face ID to log you in. And boom, here is your homepage. So right off the bat, you can see a few of the different things that you can do here. So let's walk through them. The first one is going to be on the left icon in the middle. It says receive, and it shows a little QR code. So let's click on that, and you're going to want to click the blockchain that you particularly want to use. Most people use Solana, but Phantom has been increasing its capabilities. It has currently Ethereum, Base, Sui, Polygon, and Bitcoin. So first, we're going to start with Solana, and we're going to just click on the Solana text itself. This is going to pull up your QR code and your address that you can see near the bottom with the little copy and paste icon right above share. Now you can either use this QR code or the wallet address to send funds to your current address. If you want to use the wallet address right above share, you'll click that little copy and paste icon and it'll say copied, and then you can paste that elsewhere if you want to send wallet to this address, or you can hold up this QR code and then whichever app that somebody else is using, if they're sending it to you, or if you have an app on your computer that has the ability to capture the image of it and hold up your phone to send it that way, you can use that as well. Typically, the QR code's easier if you have somebody else with another device that's sending you crypto so that they can use their camera, obviously. So the other option is you can click the share icon and it will basically create a link that you can either text to a friend of yours or share on something like email or other options like that. But the main way I would go about it is to click the address and it'll be copied. Now that's how you receive funds, but let's take a look at how you send funds. And this is going to be what it looks like on the other end when you're receiving funds after after you share your wallet address with someone, then they can send you funds like this. So right here back on the homepage, you'll see the send icon right in the middle next to receive. We'll click on that and it'll give you an option to select which token that you would like to send. We don't have any, but we're gonna just choose Solana as a base here. And as you can see, it shows a to box on the top. This is where you're going to either type in a username that has to be a Phantom wallet username, or the address of someone that you know. Make sure it's the right address. When you're copy and pasting, obviously that's much easier to know that it's the correct address. And you could paste that address right in there. Obviously that's your own address, so you're not gonna send it to yourself. But then if you want, you can use the QR code option, which is much, much easier. So on the top right here, there's the little square. You'll click on that and it'll show scan QR code. So you're gonna have to grant camera permissions first. So on the bottom, there's that big purple button there and you'll click grant camera permissions and you'll click allow. Once you've granted camera permissions, you can see that it pulls up your camera and you can scan any QR code of somebody else's to have it input the wallet address for you. And then you can know it's the correct wallet, it's going to the right place. I do recommend that you read through all of the numbers just in case, but typically you're gonna be fine if you use the QR code. So once you paste your address or use the QR code, then you're gonna go to an enter amount page. This is where you're gonna obviously put in the amount of Sol or Solana that you want to send over to that address. Or if you go to the right, you see these up and down arrows. If you click on that, then you can give a dollar value of the amount of Sol. And it's based on the rough current market estimate of what Solana is currently worth. So $100 worth of Solana is 0.55 Solana. Once you're ready to send, if you have Solana in your account, you'll click the next icon on the top right, and it will put you to another page where it's going to verify the transaction, and then you'll be able to confirm and click send. Another important aspect of having a Phantom wallet is swapping currencies. So let's say you have Solana and you want to swap into Bitcoin. Well, the way you do that is using the swap function. So let's go back to the homepage, and the third across icon right in the middle says swap. Click on that and it will pull up all sorts of different trending tokens, as you can see below if you scroll down a bit, all sorts of different Solana meme coins and such. But in this example, we're going to be pretending to swap Solana to Bitcoin. So if you take a look at the very top, it shows you pay, and then right below that, it shows you receive. The you pay is going to be your crypto that you currently own. So we're going to keep this as Solana because we're pretending to switch from Solana to Bitcoin. And then right below that, it shows USDC. We're going to click on that icon and change it to the currency that we actually want. So we'll type in BTC here. Now in this particular case, Phantom has something called wrapped Bitcoin. It is the same value as Bitcoin essentially. It is wrapped because of the fact that it is on the Solana blockchain. Bitcoin is a different blockchain, but it has the same value. In this particular instance, we're just going to be pretending to switch from, let's say, 1 Solana, and you will receive 0.00172 or 73 wrapped Bitcoin. In this particular instance, before you actually make the trade, it's going to show you the converting price and the amount. So, which is, correct. 1 Solana is about $180. So you'll get $180 worth of Bitcoin. And then in the bottom section here, this is pretty important. So the fees, if we go down to the very bottom and click the little I next to fees, you'll see that this is basically just a network fee plus a fee to Phantom for making the swap trade for you. It's very, very small. In this case, 12 cents. The price impact is dependent on the slippage amount. So if we look at that slippage right there, the slippage essentially is the impact that the price might go through while the transaction is attempting to go through. So if the price changes by a certain percentage that is higher than your slippage percentage, then the transaction will fail and you will not, you will not get the wrapped Bitcoin. You'll keep your Solana and the transaction won't happen. You put in the slippage because while you're making a trade, the price could change somewhat significantly. So in this case, the transaction will fail if the price changes unfavorably more than 0.6%. This is automatic because it thinks that the price won't change to a certain degree based on the current volatility in the trading markets. Basically, they don't want to have a big dip in the price and then you lose. So it'll fail. In this particular case, and in most cases, just keep it on auto. It'll know the right amount and you won't really lose much value if it ends up going down at all because you're going to be saved by the transaction failing. So once you're ready to make your trade, whether it be Solana to wrapped Bitcoin, or if you're going to buy a meme coin with your Solana, whatever it may be, once you're ready and set here, this insufficient funds icon will turn into a confirmed trade icon. You'll click that and you'll be all set to go. Another thing you might like to do with your Phantom wallet is to just buy cryptocurrency with cash, which is is fairly new in the grand scheme of things when it comes to crypto. But you can do that here natively on the Phantom Wallet app. You'll go to the homepage and you'll go to the far right in the middle where it says buy. You can just click on, let's say we want to buy Solana. We'll click that, and here you'll enter the amount of Solana that you want to buy. Let's just say it's $100. It will then load a quote, and your options here, see where it says debit/credit card? Click on that, and this is essentially the options that you have. You can use these different providers to buy it with a debit or credit card, and they have different transfer rates or different fee rates that they're going to charge you. If you pay $100 with this top one, MISO, you're going to get about $98.7 worth of Solana. If you go all the way down to, let's say, where it says transact, your $100 will be worth $96.32 worth of Solana. So you'll get varying amounts of Solana using these different providers. And obviously, if you take a look over the time here, the highest rate here is the MISO, aka it says the lowest price. So we're going to use the MISO as our provider. And in order to set this up, you're going to click on this pay with option where it says debit/credit card. Here's all of the different options that they have as well. So they have ACH, which are bank transfers here at the bottom, manual bank transfers, Skrill, PayPal, debit and credit card, Apple Pay, Venmo, Robinhood, and MoonPay. So these are all of what you could use. Venmo is the instant option that I would choose here. I don't have MoonPay, I don't have Robinhood, but I do have Venmo, and it's instant. So once you click Venmo, then it's going to show new providers. And the only provider here is MoonPay. Now, their transaction fees are much higher. It's $90.88 instead of the previous $98. If you want to wait 10 minutes, you can click back on debit and credit card, click on MISO, and then click buy. And then it'll open up a web browser, web page where you can accept the cookies, and then you will connect your debit card. You'll click that, click continue, and go through all of the necessary options to essentially create an account, put your information in, and connect your credit card or debit card. These options are fairly quick and easy, but the main thing is to just go with the option that works easiest for you. Just know that you're most likely going to have to sign up for an account with one of these other providers. Even with Venmo, this MoonPay, you're going to have to create an account with MoonPay. You're going to have to put in your email, you're going to create a password, you're going to want to keep that safe, and you're going to have to give them your personal information. So definitely be wary of that and keep your passwords very safe, which is the main thing with crypto. The last really important thing that you can do here on the Phantom Wallet is to connect to decentralized applications online. Let's jump into how to do that. So from the main page here, you're going to see the search icon on the very bottom right. Let's click on that, and it'll open up an interesting page with tokens, people, sites, trending tokens, people to follow, trending sites, and much, much more. And the user interface here is really, really nice because it obviously shows you, some main tokens people are following, and then the main thing, trending sites. These are the biggest and most popular websites that people use on their Phantom Wallet. And this is important because it's probably where you're going to end up going, especially because these are the most trusted, if there are going to be trusted websites. You don't want to connect your Phantom Wallet to untrusted websites, and you got to be very careful when you are in this particular tab not to go to untrusted sites. So one, for example, would be Pump Fund. It's a place where people create meme coins and where you can buy meme coins very, very easily. Let's open this one up first. So once you click on that little icon, it just opens a web browser within the app. As you can see on this top bar right here where it says a little locked icon and pump.fun, that's essentially just a web address bar, and this acts like a Safari or a Google Chrome. So if we skip past how this works, click I'm ready to pump, it'll show you a connect or create wallet. And since you are within your Phantom Wallet app, you can just click that Phantom icon in the middle, you can click connect, and these are the important messages to be wary of on sites that you don't trust. Something like Pump Fund, you can trust this site as long as you see that the address is correct. And the way you would do that is you would click that right here and see it. Okay, it says https://pump.fun. You know that's the correct site? Okay, perfect. Once you are at a site that you trust, you'll click the sign message. It'll show you some options here. You know your account, you know your network, and you click confirm. Now within Pump Fund, you're gonna create a username. We'll just leave it at that. And then your wallet is connected. Now you can see that my wallet's connected right here. I've got an account on Pump Fund, and on the top right shows my username, and I've got a profile, and here's where you would be able to see the balance you have and the tokens that you have on this particular website. You can do this with all sorts of decentralized applications. Main thing is to just be careful what you're actually signing up for. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you learned something. I want you to stay safe out there. Make sure to never share your secret recovery phrase with anyone. Only share your wallet address. That's how you can receive receive tokens or NFTs or anything like that. If you're using your Phantom wallet on a shared device, make sure to always log out when you're done, and keep Face ID on if you are using something like an iPhone so that it can keep you extra safe and make sure nobody else can get into your account. If you want to buy some crypto, use the links to Coinbase and crypto.com in the description, where you can get $50 of free crypto just by using those links. And if you're interested in meme coins, check out MoonShot. There's a link in the description to that as well. Once you sign up with that, click the claim meme coins button and you can get some free meme coins just for signing up. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, and if you want to stay tuned with all things crypto, make sure to hit subscribe. Catch you in the next one.